Okay, so this is episode 10 of RV Dream Makers, and in this episode we are driving from Bloody Basin towards Sedona, and we stop at a RV park to clean our tanks, do laundry, and then pick up Michelle's mom from the airport in Phoenix. We are in Camp Verde, and in Camp Verde we found this neat RV park. It ends up being so it ends up being I forgot what I was gonna say. That threw me all off, so your mom went with them too.
Yeah.
Probably for breakfast somewhere.
I don't know, I'm starving.
Okay, so we went to Camp Verde in this RV park, which was pretty neat.
Yeah, it was amazing. If you ever wanted to go to Sedona, but not spend, I'm sure it's probably cheaper because it's outside of Sedona, but yet it's close. But they just had some really neat places to stay, which I videoed, so it would be awesome.
Yeah, the wagon. It was like
and then
a covered wagon,
and
then
they have
tent.
cabins, and yeah.
Nice trails around there. It was really nice. And then after that, we went to Tuzigoot National Monument, which was about 10 miles away towards Cottonwood. And there at the monument, we met up with the people that we met the year before. We met them in Sedona on a hike one time, and it was really neat. And then we kept in touch with them and stuff. As you'll see in the video, I talked about that. But anyway, so
and then it's pulling us pulling into our boondocking spot
in Sedona.
Yeah.
And that was, the video doesn't do it justice because it looks like I'm terrible at it. But what the problem was the front end, trying to get it to turn, I would run into trees. There was trees on the right to get it turned, to be able to turn the back. Because you got to turn.
And there was some pretty big gullies going in. You can't tell it on the video, but and then we ended up making a move after.
Yeah, and then I get it in there.
Spots, and then we finally settled on the third spot.
So it took three. Well, not three tries, but it was.
No.
It was definitely tough backing in, but it was a lot.
And we ended up having somebody come stay, but they were a great group of kids in a van, so it wasn't bad. But they ended up. Yeah, kind of staying in the spot we originally pulled in, so we were kind of like, but it wasn't bad. They were good kids, so.
Okay, we hope you enjoy this episode.
We're chasing the easy life. We're chasing the easy life. We're chasing the easy life. We're chasing the sun tonight. We're chasing the easy life. Easy life.
So we're in an RV park, Camp Verde. It's outside of Cottonwood by Sedona. And look what they have. I guess you can rent wagons to sleep in. I'd love to look in this one. They're cleaning it, but isn't that crazy? I have never seen anything like that. And they've got electric. They pulled them in there like that one's got roller skates outside of it. That is so crazy. Oh, it looks like it's got bunk beds in it. Okay, so I get to peek in it. Oh, wow. So it's got a Mini fridge. Nice bed. I wonder where you go to the bathroom though. And the table. And then bunk beds. It's very nice. A coffee maker. Wow, that's just crazy. That is so cool. So there's their bathroom. They have their own private. So you just have to come out and then go. There's a shower and there's one for each numbered wagon. And so there's a shower and that's your own private restroom. So, wow, that's really awesome. That is crazy. So are they relatively new?
Yeah, probably at the most a month.
Oh. Oh, wow. So this is, she's cleaning it. So, oh, wow. So there's the shower.
It'll be a little more.
Oh, wow. It's got a heater and your towel for makeup. Oh, it's got a digital thermometer to turn on the, wow. Yeah, that's super nice. Huge shower. That is so cool. What an idea. They also have a river access trail that I just came down to, and it looks like you can ride bikes and stuff all through here, but this is probably where I'll walk Samson to keep him away from dogs. But this will be nice to be able to walk him through and get him a decent walk in, because normally at campgrounds I can't get him a very good walk because too many dogs and if people have them off leash. So it's very nice. And there's some tents that I'll show you that she was saying they even have like a bear claw shape tub in them, but I probably won't be able to see in them, but she said they're really nice. They have 2 of those and cabins, so it's pretty crazy. Here are the cabins. They look super nice. And then here's the tents she was talking about. And apparently they have huge tubs in them. In there, she said they're like claw or barefoot shaped tubs. She said they're really awesome too. But there's nobody cleaning those, and they even have a fire pit on that one. Man, so if you ever want to come to Sedona and don't want to stay in a hotel. So we're at Tuzigoot. It says rubble to reconstruction. It says along this 3rd mile loop trail, you'll find the remains of a 110-room Pueblo. Its oldest rooms built over 900 years ago. Many have wondered what it was like to dwell here, what happened in these rooms, who lived here, why did they leave, and how do we know? Before 1933, this hill seems strewn with rubble rather than rooms. An excavation led by archaeologists Lewis R. K. Wood and Edward H. Spicer revealed some of Tuzigoot's story and rebuilt the Pueblo while giving badly needed jobs to local families in the Great Depression. Their excavations told us about the people who occupied Tuzigoot, but there is still much to learn. Explore these rooms respectfully and stay on the path. Leave what you find and see what you discover. So we're going to go up there because that's where it's at. And we met up with some, so this is Tuzigoot National Monument, and we met up with some friends that we met on the trail last year here in Sedona. So it's awesome. We're getting to catch up with them, and we're going to go eat in Jerome and explore this area. So, yeah, be a good day. It's pretty weather, so.
All right, we're with our friends that we met from last year at, what trail was that we were on?
We were on Point Canyon.
What was it?
Point Canyon.
Point Canyon, because there's so many.
Boynton.
Oh, Boynton Canyon, that's right. There was so many hikes in Sedona, I can't even remember. But this is Scott and Laurie Jennings from Wisconsin. So we met them last year, and we've kept in touch with them. They watch all our videos. They're big time followers. We Really appreciate it. And message back and forth to meet them here, and we're going to go out to lunch with them. They're on a 2-week vacation, so they're not retired yet. They'd like to be like everybody else. But... All right, we are at the... Oh, she already pronounced it at the beginning, so I'll have to worry.
It says the earliest people to arrive here left behind fluted spear points that date to 13,000 years ago. About 1,500 years ago, people began to settle more permanently, which marked the beginning of long-term growth of agricultural communities throughout the valley. As people began living together in larger numbers, during the 1100s, settlements like Tuzigoot replaced small, dispersed farming sites. By the year 12,000, communities extended all along the Verde River and its tributaries. About 1,400, these Puebloan farming groups began leaving the valley for other settlements. Nearly 200 years later, when the first Europeans arrived, they found the valley populated by Yavapai people living in scattered rancherias, clusters of dwellings that were less permanent than pueblos.
Boondocking about...
Over by Robert Bruce again?
Yeah. We're going to try the same road, Lloyd.
So this is the beginning of it. It says Evolving Village.
They have a condo in Green.
From a few rooms on the hilltop to a 110-room Pueblo. This dwelling transformed over centuries as increasing numbers of people came together to form a community.
I think it's this one coming up Sunday.
Have you ever been to Mesa?
So it shows when they were built. So the blue is 1050 to 1180. The green is 1180 to 1220. The red is 1220 to 1350. The purple is 1315 to 1380. So that's as the things were built. So it was built in stages.
They do. You have to. The tour guide takes you down. You have to sign up for a tour.
How do they know that?
I have no idea.
I like history and science, but the whole argument thing, I don't understand.
Oh, there's a grinding stone in there. So this was just a pile of rock, and then they discovered it. And I guess they took the rock off of it, and these walls still stood. There's another grinding stone. Gosh, look at this view. So amazing. So here's more of it.
Montezuma Castle is how hard it would have been for your enemies to get to you.
Oh yeah.
And did they keep a person?
And their view is just phenomenal.
They had to,
Yep.
so they wouldn't be attacked. But one person, you pull up. I guess when it rains, the land won't hold anything. Just But
Wow.
so you're filming everything, so I don't have to. She's actually got a better camera than me.
Yeah.
She bought one of those.
Oh, wow.
She can zoom in almost a mile.
That's crazy. I don't know how far ours can go, but it's not that far.
It was crazy, like.
Oh, wow, this is crazy.
We were staying in.
I know, isn't this cool?
Wow. Oh my. That's interesting.
I'm wondering if would it, if they actually did, or
If it's original, I don't know.
because look at these.
Little sticks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. You know, when Jerome was built, there were about 4,000 people who lived there, all the miners. And now there are about 400.
Oh, yep, they're doing restoration.
My cousin said he
He's got a picture.
climb up that ladder, there would be a hole in their roof, and they would go down into their room through a ladder. The only place you'll find a door here is at the end of the plaza.
Right, we saw that one there.
And that was used for storage for Pueblo life. And that whole area down there was where there's no room.
Oh, it even goes down the hill.
Yeah.
There's
and
even
down
stuff
there,
down the
when they
hill.
excavated that, they found gardening tools. In one of the
So
storage
down there
areas.
they found gardening
One of the
tools.
main reasons they were here is because of the river.
Absolutely, and not
Yeah.
only the river, but this is a freshwater aquifer here.
Oh, really?
The cattails are so thick you cannot
Excuse
see
me.
the water level, but it's right there. You can
Do
see.
they know how deep that goes?
I'm not sure, but I do know that there's been a beaver dam in there. It's so thick in there that I can't see it with my eye. I have to.
'Cause that's where, isn't that where Arizona gets most of the water from aquifers?
Yeah.
And then the Colorado River, but I've the right
Yeah.
corner, yeah.
So there's another grinding stone.
Yeah, and you don't realize how high up you are until you look down there.
I was telling her about that cave that we went to yesterday where I was like, I'm not
Oh,
gonna-
yeah.
Okay, so we're trying to park at Sedona. We found one good spot by ourselves, and here's what I'm trying to get into. I'm backing in, which is probably the easiest way. I don't think I could have got turned around but I'm gonna have to pull up, straighten out, and start around. Like once I got to start cutting my truck maybe right there or something. This is a nice spot though, isn't it?
What are you going to do about those humps though? Like
What humps?
Those two humps right there.
Well, I figure we might need to stay up here and not go way back there because the trees are going to block your view.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe go straight this way. I think I just go straight back in there. Don't you think? Because I think we just go straight here.
It's snowing.
Watch it, Michelle.
It's snowing out. Fluffers is coming to.
It's tater tot.
Can't even see the mountains anymore. Be pretty if it was the mountains and the snow, but nope. Okay, now it's really snowing. Big flakes. Man, I wish you could see the mountains. That'd be pretty with the red rocks. But yeah, we got some big old flakes coming down.
Okay, we hope you enjoyed this episode. And we've had a lot happen since the previous episode. So we are not going anywhere for the summer due to they're talking about the shortages of diesel that could possibly happen this summer, and plus the cost. We were going to be gone for 2 months and go north, but it was going to cost us at least, at the minimum, $3,000 just in diesel fuel to be gone for 2 months. And with the fact was we were supposed to leave last week, but we couldn't because our son dislocated his shoulder and had to have surgery, so that would have put us back another week anyway, or 2. And it's just not worth, because we have to be back in August to move our daughter down to Springfield to college. And
Well, and did you say the shortage? There may be a shortage.
yeah, I already mentioned about the shortage of diesel fuel and
so-
stuff, and we can't afford to get stuck up there and not be able to get back.
Well, and in Montana, at Glacier, it's pretty remote, so.
Yeah.
But
So
we
we-
may go somewhere in the fall. We'll just see. But,
Yeah.
So we're
But
gonna
anyway-
suffer through the hot summer.
So we're going to only put out 1 video per month. We still probably have maybe 3 videos from our trip, probably 2 in Sedona hikes, and then 1 coming home.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So we have at least 3. Oh, well, then we went to Reed Drummond and stuff. We may have 4
Yeah.
left that will cover 1 each month, and then we have our redo of our 5th wheel. We're doing a lot to
Well,
that,
That'll be a while though.
but we got 4 months, so yeah, we'll have
It'll
enough
probably
footage for
end at
once
some
a month.
point.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess if we do
Because
once
we can,
a month,
there's
but-
other stuff we can do. So.
Yeah.
So we'll just do once a month until we get back on the road, which definitely is in January, and definitely gonna be gone 8 months this year. We're not gonna come back because of probably the cost of fuel. We're just gonna slowly move and not take such a long drive because it costs us a lot to get back from Arizona. So, all right, remember, God loves you, but only Jesus can save you.
See ya.